from The Local Station, News 4 Jax starts now.
Crime is a top concern for Jacksonville voters, and on the state level, one bill introduced in the legislature is addressing who could be held responsible for crimes that happen at apartment complexes. This is something we see often here in Jacksonville, crimes, many of them shootings happening at local apartments.
News 4 Jax reporter Marilyn Parker spoke with crime victim advocates and those opposing the bill as well. Marilyn's joining us live. So Marilyn, the concern with this bill is whether it would really perhaps increase crime?
That's right. And like Joy said, you think of the amount of times we see shootings happening on apartment complexes in this city. Crime victim advocates say that the complexes need to be secure. They need to have good safety and security measures. But they think this bill is going to give the owners of those complexes a free pass not to put on those good security measures. They say that will in turn increase the crime and prevent victims from having recovery.
Jacksonville businesses have and will continue to see crime.
I lost my son in 2013 on a property.
We recently lost my brother last year in April.
Some cases go unsolved. Sometimes no one is held accountable, leaving families feeling overlooked. Bills addressing liabilities for crime on properties are introduced, and advocates who oppose them say the legislators making these bills think communities like Valencia Way are safe.
So this is one of the areas that would be targeted if those bills were passed. Things would change here, crime would only get worse. That's the last thing we need, is to increase the crime in the areas that are hurt the most.
Breaking down House Bill 1165, if an apartment or complex owner has things like security cameras, lit parking lots, locks on windows, doors, and gates, and more, then they can gain a presumption against liability if a crime happens on their property. If they don't have those measures, they don't lose that presumption if the deviations were recommended by law enforcement or a person with an active Florida Crime Prevention Practitioner designation. The National Center for Crime Victims says if a case gets to court, a jury could consider the fault of the criminal as opposed to looking at the negligence of the business.
Whenever anybody has some fault, there should be opportunity for them to help make the crime victim whole for not doing their part.
The Victims and Survivors Thursday say this isn't about money.
I think we should be able to feel safe where we are and where we go.
But we don't, because there isn't always enough security for your protection. And not only that, the victims get re-victimized over and over again when this happened, and if this bill is passed, that's what will happen.
But it's about crime victims that are sure to come in the future.
This bill is moving pretty fast, but those against it say they really want legislators to slow down and consider the language. They want something that can reflect everyone in the community, not just the businesses or help out the insurers of that businesses, but again, to support and help the citizens in the community. We reached out to the bill's sponsor, who is Jacksonville Representative Wayman Duggan, but we haven't heard back just yet. Once we get a reply, we'll put that on news4jax.com, and if this bill is passed, it will go into effect July 1st of this year. Reporting live, Marilyn Parker, Channel 4, The Local Station.
Marilyn, thank you.